Yeah. Hi, can you see me and hear me?
Yes, Roger.
You can. Excellent. Hi, Daniel. Well, looking at the pictures at the end of the match there, your players on the pitch, they had the look of players who looked almost resigned to their fate. Is it difficult now to keep the spirits up, or are they starting to look like a team that thinks it's on its way down?
Yeah, first of all, it's a tough day for us, and we all are disappointed because we knew that it was more or less the last chance today to be back in the mix with a good result. So we are not relegated, but we all know that it was more or less our last chance to be back in the mix with a good result. And for that, of course, we are disappointed with the outcome. And yeah, it's also like in the development of many young players and also of the club. It's important to feel this pain and to feel this disappointment. And to be honest, I want my players after the game to be then devastated if the outcome is not there. It's important also in order then to value enough the good moments and successful moments. And yeah, for that we are, of course, with this result unbelievably disappointed. It's a tough day.
You said there that it was almost like a last chance. A lot of people will look at the team selection and think you let out your top goal scorers there. Is that something you stand by now, given that it was, as you say, a last chance?
Yes, first of all, there's lots of workload at the moment for us, and we play on 3 days. So yeah, for example, Timo and Todd Cantwell started the last two days. We arrived pretty late after the Arsenal game, so in the early hours of the Thursday morning, quick turnaround. And if I want to say, also looked a bit tired in the last game. And we also have to be realistic. So we just can't live just in the past and think about, okay, what happened 1 year ago, something like this. So I'm totally happy with Todd's development and his performances also during the season. But we also have to be realistic. There was a good game against Man United, for example. Was a bit in the spotlight with the goal. But yeah, let's also be honest. The last meanwhile 12 league games, he was there with 9 goals and 9 assists. So it's not like we can't win a football game without Todd Cantwell. And let's be honest, the same with Timo Pukki. I always back him and I'm there for him. But it's also like, yeah, in the last games, it was not like he won the games all alone for us. So, and we have to be honest. We don't have one standout player. Without this player, we can't win games or something like this. We always have to make sure that we play with lots of intensity as a team and with team spirit and unity. And again, I back all my players. I'm happy to be able to work with Todd to develop him. I'm happy that we have Timo, who is a fantastic player. But with all respect to my players, so we don't have one standout player on Premier League level. So if you are a standout player on Championship level, it doesn't mean that on Premier League level you are untouchable or something like this. And for that, we all have to accept that we have to rotate also sometimes a bit, especially when the individual performances and team performance are not that unbelievably great. And we have lost a few games in a row. And you can't finish a season on this level, not when you play all 3 days or all 4 days, just with 10 field players. And for that, it was important today to have also a few refreshed players on the pitch and to show in general a different intensity in comparison to our Arsenal game.
And just finally from me, we talked about the players that didn't start the game today. You've tried different lineups, different formations and so on. Do you feel you've pretty much exhausted all your options and all the ideas that you could possibly have to try and find this difference that's going to perhaps give you a little bit of hope?
Well, in general, I would say this game today sums a bit up our whole season, because I think we started really good into this game. We're on the front foot, more or less a power play in the first 20 minutes, so didn't have this cutting edge, so didn't find this quality to reward ourselves. Yeah, then there was one mistake, because we played a bit too greedy, a vertical pass in the build-up and showed the wrong reaction, because instead of dropping to repair it, we stepped out to repair the situation. Yeah, on this level, Brighton was then able to use their only chance in the first half, more or less, like to score a goal and to punish us. I think we showed a good reaction. We tried everything. We tried different formations, everything in personal terms. We were totally on the front foot, dominated this game. And for example, in the second half, there were 6 or 7 situations on the ball. The cross flew through the box of the opponent, and then the heart of a striker is a bit bleeding when you have no one who anticipates and smells the situation and is there then with an easy tap in. So we didn't have enough quality in order to score out of this situation, although we were so much on the front foot. And in the end, then also unbelievably unlucky, because Adam Idah was a great header, and the ball can't perhaps even explain himself how he came out of this angle again from the post, and then the rebound was in front of the foot of the Brighton player. So in general, so I think we invested a lot, had brilliant spells, dominated the game in many periods, but didn't have the quality to find this cutting edge, and also didn't have the quality today to play without any mistakes. We had this one mistake in the first half, and this was quite costly. So we have tried everything, but in the end, we have then to say, we didn't show enough quality as a team in order to be more successful in the game. And this is also a bit like perhaps then the sum up with the outcome of the season.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Roger. Okay, Michael Bailey from The Athletic.
Are we there? Hello, Daniel. Sorry, it took a while. How difficult is the challenge with the group and keeping, I suppose, the togetherness, keeping everyone kind of on the same page, and over these next 5 games fighting for the cause, because that's obviously been such a strength in the past?
Pretty difficult. So I made clear, so 70-80% of the work in general of a manager in football is man management, and to keep the club, the group united, and focus on one target, because also there's a group of nearly 30 players anyhow, with goalkeepers, with young players, and to focus them on to be all on the same page, and fight all together with unity and spirit and togetherness for one great target is never easy, because they are all also anyhow competitors on different positions, because you can't play with 30. It's more like quite often you just have 10 field players on the pitch, or mostly you have 10 field players on the pitch, and of course they are also competitors, and it's even more complicated when you're not successful and you lose games, and it's difficult. But in general, I have to say, so this is also like what I want to see. So in terms of performance level and what we invest also as a team, I want this performance like today. So I was not really happy with our intensity in the Arsenal game. So we just invested as much as Arsenal, and but if we do this, then the opponent is much better because of their quality. Then they will always beat us. So we always have to invest more in terms of spirit, in terms of commitment, intensity, and that's what we showed today, and also togetherness and spirit. And that's why we had the chance today to win this game, and were perhaps in most periods the better side. And it doesn't mean automatically that we win the games, but this is more like the performance level that I want to have. And also in the last 5 games. So it's important that we show our pride, that we show also our responsibility to wear a yellow shirt, and also what it means to be a professional football player. And I want us to stick together, to show the same intensity, and to go for the games, to attack the games like today. So last game, I got the feeling we're not brave enough, not intense enough, not willing enough to press the opponent, to be nasty, to cause problems. That's what we showed today, is that we was not rewarding ourselves and the wrong outcome in terms of the result, but in terms of the approach. I want exactly to see this also in the last 5 games, and this is more like the task for us during the next weeks.
And if I may, just one more. I mean, can you use these games as a look ahead to next season? Can you? Is that actually a workable situation that you can use it in sort of preparation for that?
Well, in general, it's for each and every player also a stage to present himself, to show especially how much it means to him to wear a yellow shirt, especially in this tough times when the chances are just theoretically. So without any doubt, that's the first chance. But it's not like we will try already some things for the future, because then there will be at least a short summer break. A preseason will be a different group of player properly. So it's not like we give away right now gifts or something like just to try already too much. So each and every player will have the chance to present himself, and I'm unbelievable professional. So I will just go with a lineup where I think, okay, that's the most possible successful lineup that I have in order to attack the games and to win the games, because I think it's important that on performance level and also on result level we are there in the last games with a best possible outcome. And for that, it's not like we just sent right now our under 23 up or whatever. We're playing already with so many young lads, and for that we won't use it as a stage for the next season. So we want to use it as a stage right now, but that means on the stage everyone can present himself, and that's what my players have to use. That's definitely for sure.
Thank you, Daniel. Cheers.
Good, thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, Brian Owen from the Argus. Okay, we'll move on. Brian, I see can't seem to get you in. Paddy, we'll bring you in now, Paddy.
Daniel,
Yes, Paddy.
congratulations today. Just ask you a couple on the game and then just one about what might happen in the summer. Is it so frustrating as a coach? Because we've seen it again today, Tim Close, and that's a pass you probably didn't need to make on top of the individual errors at Arsenal. As a coach, you set your team up, you give them a game plan, try and instill that belief. But obviously there's not a huge amount you can do about those individual errors. How frustrating is that?
Yes, of course, it's frustrating, but to be honest, though, I don't want to blame Tim Klose at all. So I'm happy that I have him back, after such a long break. And if he's there with one or two mistakes sometimes, then I think that's what we have to accept. He was out for 18 months, and I even told the lads before the game. So what I want to see is intensity, commitment, that we return back to our game in comparison to the Arsenal game. Let's press the opponent high. Let's dominate the ball. Let's play with intensity. Let's play with bravery, and if we are then there with mistakes, I will accept this. So that's all okay. Then in the end we have to say, okay, we didn't show enough quality perhaps to win the game, or in general for the whole season. Then it's more like, perhaps we didn't show enough quality in order to be allowed to stay in this league. But what I want, that we are brave and that we play our game. And individual mistakes happen, and Tim is self-critical, then he's always unbelievable down, and something like this happens. But so to be honest, I was more or less frustrated when we didn't go for it in the Arsenal game. So today I'm pleased with our commitment, with our desire, and if my players then are there with mistakes, I also back them, and for that I don't blame Tim at all. It's fantastic to have him back. It's fantastic to have his personality also back in the dressing room. I think apart from his mistake, there was a really good game today, important for our game. He knows best himself that he was a bit too greedy with his pass, and his reaction to step out after this pass, a bit overexcited, was also the wrong reaction. But mistakes happen in football, and for that, no blaming at all. I'm happy that I have to.
One league goal, you'll know yourself, one league goal in 9 games either side of the lockdown. Is that simply quality, or is it maybe the confidence and the belief? Because obviously the results haven't been what you'd hoped.
I think a bit altogether. When I judge this game today, so we dominate this game. And in general, Brighton, out of more or less, I would say they had perhaps 2 chances in the game, and out of 1 they were able to score. This is a sign of quality. So it's more like if you have this cutting edge and this efficiency, and I think we had many more situations. For example, in the second half, I think there were 6-7 crosses that went through the 6-yard box of the opponent. And so was a striker. Then the heart of the striker is a bit bleeding when you think, there must be someone who's anticipating this, who smells the situation, who's there on the first post, and just smells a bit how the cross will come in order to be then there with a hopefully easy tap in anyhow. And we didn't show enough of this quality today, without any doubt. And it was also a bit unlucky, when Adam Ider was a great header, and then the ball hits the inside of the post. It's actually, from the physical point of view, actually not possible that the ball comes out like this. So actually should be a goal. Even the ball himself can't probably explain how the ball come out again, and then it ends up with in front of the foot of the Brighton players. Also unlucky. We deserved more out of the scene, for example. So many things came together, but we have to be also to be honest and confirm. So we didn't show enough quality out of our situations, out of our dominance, and in many situations, not in each and every game, but in many games, to reward ourselves more. And yeah, we didn't show this quality at least, and that's what we have to confirm self-critically. Yes.
And just final one, if I can. You say there won't be any gifts in these last 5 games, and it isn't about planning for next season. You also said that you feel there'll probably be a lot of different players come pre-season. Do you feel it needs a refresh, maybe a little bit of a turnover to the squad with a look ahead to next season?
Yes, to be honest, so my thoughts are not in the summer break already. My thoughts are really fully concentrated on this season, and for that, it's a bit too early to judge it and to speak about this. So we'll do this when it's the time for this. So right now, it costs enough energy to lead this group anyhow, especially when they are that disappointed, and to make them keep going for the last games, because that's what we have to do. And my whole focus is that we present this yellow shirt as positive and also as successful as possible in the last 5 games. And if I would just already think about the next season and what could happen there, then there's not enough energy for my players right now, and that's what we need. That's what we showed at Arsenal. So when we're not there with 100% intensity and bravery, then we are trashed by the opponents on this level. So we need to make sure that in the last 5 games we are always on our top level to give ourselves a chance to deliver performances and to win points, and that's my only topic at the moment, if I'm honest.
Thanks, Daniel. All the best. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paddy. Thank you, everyone.